Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome to Elemental Connections, where we're giving voice to the unseen realms of nature. I'm really excited today to be here with Natasha Quinn. We are going to be talking about trees and shamanic journeying and nature spirits and who knows what else. So welcome, Natasha.
Thank you, Layla. Really lovely to be here. Hello, as you know, I'm Natasha. Yeah, it feels really exciting to be talking about trees. That was the first topic that came into my mind when Layla said to me, "What would you like to, focus on in the interview?" So already I'm just feeling the energy of trees and just my time in nature, and yeah, I've got so much gratitude for just being in their company.
Yeah, me too. They're so beautiful and holding, and oh my gosh, so many things. Yeah, so I feel to share that, like, we know each other a little bit, don't we? Like, we've known each other over the years, and our paths have just kind of crossed, and then like via Facebook checking each other's nature pictures out, and yeah, just having that common relationship with nature and with the trees. And
you popped into my head this morning when I thought about when we first met, and it was when I was living in Sussex. I used to post pictures of just being out in nature with flowing dresses on, and I had one. It was in the autumn, and I had that yellow dress on. And I remember you posting, "I love it that you're wearing a yellow dress in the autumn, or a summer dress." And it was just that time when the autumn trees were just really at their changeable orange and yellows, and it but it was actually a really sunny day as well.
Yeah, I remember that picture. Yeah, I've got that image in my head now. That's lovely. Oh, so where are we gonna? We don't really know what we're gonna talk about here. I love this. We're just gonna let it flow and see what wants to be shared and what wants to come through. And Natasha was saying earlier before we started that you wanted to maybe talk about the different trees that you've experienced in the different places that you've lived in.
Yeah,
that's a really great place to start.
So first, if I go back to when I was living in Brighton, I would often just take myself off for walks up at Devil's Dyke, and I just had this tree that I just called me in to sit there with it, and it's on the top of a hill. I'm not going to share exactly where it is, but it's on top of a hill. And as I would sit just at the bottom by the roots, I would look down in like different directions, and I'd see the whole of the view from Devil's Dyke, which was really beautiful. And often I'd sit there and just watch the sunset. And it was a place where I could just go and feel really at peace and just get away from the busyness of my day and just unwind and ground. And I'd go there for healing as well. At the time I'd feel I was going through a difficult time, I would just sometimes be up there for hours.
And just sitting in the tree.
Yeah. And I've over the time I've just feathers and crystals and just giving gifts and burning some sage and just having a little ceremony. Sometimes I would take my drum up there. And after I left Brighton, a couple of years later, I moved, because I left Brighton and went to Kent. I moved back. I came back for a weekend and I visited the tree in the summer, and it was lovely because the crystals are still there.
Yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that kind of connection with the trees. And yeah.
And I think there's something as well about trees, because they're so ancient and they've got so much history and they carry so much wisdom. And often when I tune into the tree, it's like it's wise and it knows, and it's just been there for hundreds of years. Often some really ancient trees have just lived so many lifetimes of our lifetimes.
Yeah, I wonder if you could just share a little bit about like how you experience that wisdom, like how do you experience your connection with the trees, and like hearing the wisdom and or a message or something?
It's an intuitive calling. So it may be like here at the moment I'm in Scotland and just walking through the woods with Bertie the dog, and I'll be called to just go and tune in with the tree or just sit with the tree. And there's one up here in Scotland that I just really felt. I think I walked past it once, and then on another walk a few days later, I remember seeing it again, and there's almost like a calling to just go and spend some time there. And it's like a feeling, seeing. It's not like something from the five senses. It's like it's like a deeper connection, and it's about, I've learned over the years from also when I do my healing on clients, it's like I really just trust in that energy or what I'm feeling and the message that I'm getting is real, and just really going with that. And that's how they connect. Sometimes I feel it when I walk through bluebells or some of my favourite flowers, but trees, I just really feel this strong connection. They want to speak to me.
Yeah, I have such a similar experience as well. And it's funny, like, that this was a topic that you wanted to bring up about like going to these different places, because I've just landed somewhere new. And although I've walked in Ashdown Forest many times, I was thinking this morning, I was like, I don't have a tree friend yet. Like, there are loads of trees around, and we've got a couple of little ones in the garden. But I was like, I haven't found my tree friend yet. You know, usually wherever I go, there's a tree to go and be with that I get called to, you know, and I'll just wake up and I'm like, oh, I have to go to that tree, like that. What you're saying, that knowing, that calling, it's can be very magnetic.
Yeah, definitely. And just some trees just feel really easy just to put my arms around for a hug. And other trees, the tree that I go to in Kent, which is just up on the hill in the village where I live, it's I'm not even sure of the exact name of the tree. I usually know, you know, it's an oak tree or a beech tree or a birch tree, but I'm not even sure of but all I know is that I'm just connected to the energy of the tree. And the bottom of the tree, it comes out almost like a little like a seat to sit on, like a little chair, a little throne. And I just often sit there again, and I can watch the sunset, and then I can look down the hill. And I've sat there sometimes and just really quiet, and a little fox would come along just really close to me, or a rabbit, or just some birds. Because I'm so still, I suppose, with the tree, nature's just happening all around me, and it just feels really magical.
Yeah, I remember being on a course one time and learning about if you stay still for about 20 minutes, then like nature comes back again. So before you arrived, everything was busy, the birds are around and the animals are out, and then we come in and disturb that like equilibrium, and then after about 20 minutes of being still, it all starts to come. I love that. I love when the birds start coming back.
It's magical, isn't it?
It's as if they don't see you, or they don't care.
And they're just part of it all.
Exactly. That's the thing, isn't it? And I think that's what I love about trees, is that sense of feeling. Somehow they bring me into that space of feeling like I'm just part of it all, because we are.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the majority of us have forgotten this, haven't we? So.
Definitely. It's really funny because the other day it was summer solstice here, and on the Saturday the weather was amazing, but on the Sunday it was pouring with rain. And I had a mission. I'm going to go to my tree that I'm connected with up here, and I'm going to just give a tiny crystal and just do a little sing and just a little dance around the tree. And it was raining so much that even Bertie just looked at me and said, I don't want to walk anymore, he's soaking wet. So I had to leave him in the car and come back out again just to go to the tree. And as I got to the tree and started doing just whatever was coming to me at the time, just started to sing and just give blessings to the tree. And I saw this man going up the hill on his bike, but it was like I was invisible. He didn't see me because I was kind of hidden away with the tree.
I love that. Do you still get shy? Do you get shy doing this stuff in nature?
To talk about it, I do, which is interesting because it feels so special, and that intuitive connection feels like such a kind of deep healing and a deep magic. I think in kind of Western society, and you know, even with some of my family and friends, I feel I can maybe close up a little bit more because I think they're just not going to understand me.
Yeah, and like you say, like that touching on, like, it's actually a really deep, intimate experience, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
you know, it's almost, I want to say, like, it's almost like meeting a lover or something, you know. It's like, it's such, you know,
Yeah.
because there's so much love. And
It
actually, I mean, trees can be,
they can be quite erotic if they want to
oh
be.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like the life force energy, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
pure, you know, without all of the layers of the stuff that we have in our human psyche, like they're just, yeah,
Yeah,
holding.
I read something yesterday, because I just had a quick look at trees myself just to see what other people, you know,
Mm,
have put about trees, and it was interesting. Somebody put that they have 7 layers. I think it was
mm,
5 or 7 layers of a tree, energetically, and just the basics of breathing in and breathing out. We connect because we're breathing out carbon dioxide and they're breathing in carbon dioxide. So they're taking away our waste and our toxins and what we don't need. So it's like this energy exchange of breath as well, which is amazing.
that's
I
so
didn't
beautiful,
think
isn't
about
it?
it that before.
Yeah, yeah, it's such an
Yeah,
intimate
really.
connection, isn't it, on that level?
Yeah,
Do you remember
yeah.
anything else of the other layers?
No, that was just something that I thought, oh, I want to explore that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I've only worked just naturally with my intuition and without looking up at, you know, any books or anything on tree spirits. It's just, yeah, something I've kept quite kind of with myself.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm really grateful that you're willing to come and talk about it right now, because I really get this. It's not easy to talk about this stuff. And yeah, and I know I've said it many times in my interviews. It's like, this is why I'm doing this. And, you know, because just want people to feel, have these connections, and to feel safe to talk about it. It's like, it's really time for us to honor, to honor these
Definitely.
connections that we have, and to honor these beings as well, that are, like, without them we wouldn't be alive, like you said, like we wouldn't be
It's true.
breathing. It's just,
And if everybody on the planet, I was thinking this morning, walked past a tree and just sort of said, hey, how you doing? Or just even like a secret hug or a secret, whatever feels good, just to honor the spirit, or not everybody has to understand spirit, but just the tree itself, its magnitude.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, gosh, what a difference the world would be if
I
we were,
know.
like, honoring nature in this way.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
those 2 trees that I shared the picture yesterday when I was on my walk, it just felt this message of like the ancient ones and really just healing work through our ancestors and just coming together, the masculine and the feminine. It's just felt really lovely
I
to
was, yeah,
see.
actually, when you shared that with me, so yeah, Natasha sent me an image of 2 trees, and that you'd got that message from, and I was just like, oh, I'd love to hear a little bit more about what that means to you around the ancestors, and yeah, what you felt that they were really communicating.
Just because I think going way back, generations after generations, I think, you know, just a lot has gone on over the hundreds and hundreds of years, and I think the difficulties and the way that of life that's changed. I think, especially in relationships, I think relationships will come into me the most. You know, romantic relationships and how men and women treat each other. And I think it just felt like a healing from our parents and our grandparents, and really letting go of any of those difficult experiences from the past and healing them, so that we can move on, so that we're not continuing to pass them on to our children and further on.
Yeah. And so were you experiencing that, like, that there was a healing being offered by the trees, or that they were showing you something that was happening right now or needs to happen, or?
I think it was just like a gentle message. It didn't go
Yeah.
into too much depth, but it was just interesting how I just came to this opening from my walk by the river, and then these 2 trees were there, and that message came, and I messaged you straight away because I thought, oh, as we've been on the topic of trees, it just felt right to just be impulsive and say, oh, just share this with you.
Yeah.
Felt,
It's so beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it's just incredible that trees and nature hold like these pockets of wisdom and healing for us, like constantly, once we're able to begin to listen, that like it's all here ready to support us and love us and share us. And I just, it's just so beautiful.
It's been opening, isn't it? It's just allowing ourselves to just be, really, even just to stop. Just to stop.
Gosh, yeah.
I think that's the big one in life, because I see so many people around me that just constantly, I'll get this done and then I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that, and it's just to stop.
Yeah.
And often when we take that time out and you know, just let go of some of those difficult situations that have arisen in the last month or so, or years, we can move forward just a little bit more at ease and probably get more done.
I think
be more
so.
Constructive.
Totally. This has been a subject that's come up this week, actually, and also because I've been launching this course, and I've never done anything like that before. And that part of me coming in, of like you described, like, right, I'll do this and I'll do this and then I'll do this, and then I was just getting the message of like, go and lie in the grass, stop. Yeah. You need to go and lay down and you need to listen. Like if you want to call the right people in, it's not about, it's really interesting, like, to work with nature, because it's a really different way of experiencing life. It's so different, isn't it? And like when we just stop, like you say, and slow down and just listen, and then
it's a rhythm, isn't it? It's this natural rhythm.
Yes.
And that making me think about a tree that I used to connect with in a park when I lived in Hove, and had a heart shape in the tree, and I'd go for runs in the morning before work, and I'd often just sort of say hi to the tree, or just sometimes have a little stretch and a little move around by the tree and a little hug. And I really felt from this tree, it was like holding into the tree was like plugging into the earth. It was like nature's way of plugging into the matrix of, instead of an internet system, it was like a plugging into the nature system, so that we're getting this energy coming from the roots and just going out everywhere. So it's all interconnected. And
yeah, totally. I mean, I really feel like the internet system, you know, it's based on nature ultimately. It's like, if you look at nature, all the information is being shared amongst all different parts of nature all the time. So I love that. I really feel that, and I really feel this is a strong message that's coming through for me at the moment around the one that wants to be shared as well. Like you say, that plugging into the earth matrix, like that's where we need to be sourcing from if we want to, instead of plugging into the, I mean, it's great to use technology, obviously not against technology, because we would be doing this by tomorrow, but to be rooting in with the trees and plugging into the wisdom, because it's this wisdom, and the energy, and source our energy from these places.
Definitely. And I think especially with the lockdown, it's really made me think, oh gosh, nature stopped. Nature didn't stop. The society stopped, but nature just carried on, and that's where we just got the most peace and kind of equilibrium from, because nature is still moving, the rivers are still flowing and the birds are still singing, but everything else has stopped. And I think it's amazing that we can connect online, and with all the festivals that have been going on and everyone's doing their offering. But it was interesting because where I mostly do massage work and teach yoga, and I do my spirit dance, I really miss that real connection of touch and really being in a group. As great as it is online, I really feel I've enjoyed connecting in a different way. But I do miss that in-person connection, and nature just helps me to come back to that, coming back to trees again, because you can touch and feel and hug and feel this energy.
Yeah,
I did see. Really important.
Yeah, definitely. I did see there was a little thing going around of like, hug a tree instead of a person kind of thing. And I think it was a little bit mainstream, you know. It was
That's
like,
great.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's really great. Oh, I was thinking about since I've been up here as well and having more time, because usually I'm full time in my job. I've just been exploring yoga videos and just doing things that I don't usually have so much time to do. And I saw a course that Sandra Engelman was doing with the shamanic work, and so I've been doing that for the last couple of months, and it's great because I can just so many different variations and journeys, shamanic journeys that I can do, and that's really opened me up more with my shamanic work as well. Yeah.
Nice. Do you want to talk a little bit about the shamanic work? And you were saying about the connection with the tree and stuff earlier when we were talking.
Yeah, so I was introduced to shamanism when I was in Brighton, and I was a case study for a few people to do shamanic healing and shamanic journey work. And it just felt so familiar and natural to me. And as soon as I went into a journey with the drum, it would be a bit like the feeling, seeing, as I said, when I connect with trees, but I would just be really get a lot from my journeys and be quite visual. And there's just lots of messages would come through, and I just thought, oh gosh, I want to explore this more and more. And then I made a drum. And just sitting with my drum in nature and just banging the drum, and the beat just really I just feel so earthy and so grounded, and yeah, it's like in my heart, it's like a heartbeat. I just really feel this connection with the drum. And from doing my shamanic journey work, I would meet my power animals or spirit guides, and it was just really interesting because it was like this new way of being, or another way of meditating, or another healing for me. And it just felt so supportive, and so they're just there for unconditional love. Our spirit guides, we all have them, and it's just accessing them and being open to receive this energy. And often when I would dance, I'd close my eyes and dance, and I would just feel and see my animal guides were there. I'd just be smiling to myself, like dancing in a 5 rhythms class or something. I'd be in my own little world, like, oh, I'm with my wolf or my bear, and it would just feel like this real magic inside. And so that's what inspired me to work to create spirit dance, because it was journeying, like beating my drum to take people into a journey to go into the earth, to meet their guides. And then I created a playlist which I change around depending on what I'm feeling, for people to move with the music and really just connect from this deeper place inside, so that they can merge and move this energy of their guides. So sometimes I might be dancing and I'd feel like I've got wings. So my arms would be moving, and it's just like allowing this energy to merge with me. So yeah, I just feel really grateful for connecting shamanically. And it's an ongoing journey. We're constantly learning, and new guides come in.
I was just going to ask you that. I was just going to ask you if your guides change, and like, do you only experience them as animal guides, or?
No, so usually when I'm doing a lower world journey, which is more connecting down through the roots of the trees into the earth, usually I would see more animal guides. But then if I go up into the branches of the tree, I feel myself climbing up the tree and going up into the clouds, then I would meet a teacher more in human form, which could be a loved one that's departed, or maybe angelic figure. So I've experienced some of my ancestors, and also more of like almost like a figure I couldn't describe very easily. It's like my own guide there.
Yeah, sometimes I feel my guides in my meditation, and I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I just feel the essence of it or something, you know. It's just like, oh, there are these beings here. Yeah, I've been experiencing kind of like a lot of elven energy and guides recently. Yeah, actually, I'm starting to go. I've been going quite spacey recently, kind of like going off, but also
so
go on.
is elven an elemental?
Well, from what I understand about the elven beings is that they were some of the original beings that helped seed the planets, they helped seed nature. You know, they held the original codes for the earth and for nature. Yeah, I don't fully understand it, but I feel like they're the really ancient, very pure kind of energies, and they've shown me that they come from a very long way away. But it was almost like, it was like distance, but it was like, you know, you were talking about earlier about that intuitive knowing feeling. It was like this feeling that they came from somewhere so deep within, you know, like the distance was deep within, almost like going back such a long way into our history, but then also like maybe it's like in my DNA or something.
Amazing.
Really, it's really fascinating. I love, like, I love working with the animal guides as well. Since I've moved to this new place, we have a barn owl that flies around the house, and that's one of my spirit guides.
They sound amazing.
Owl, owl, a deer, and I just keep finding my animal guides are actually showing up in physical form right now.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Where are you, Layla? Are you near Forest Row?
I am, Ashdown Forest. I'm actually in Dane Hill, a little village outside, next to a place called Heaven Farm.
Heaven Farm.
Yeah.
How idyllic.
I'm just
perfect.
saying. It's so beautiful. So
and there's water there, isn't there? And I've walked in Ashdown Forest, isn't there?
There is. There's a lot of streams, beautiful. And some really beautiful places. And actually, there's some amazing ponds a little way just from here as well. And I was really feeling, when I first went over there, they're really pristine. And I met the guy who owns the land, and he was saying that they were protected because there were these crested newts in there.
Oh, wow.
I just wanted to go in there. It looked like a dream that I had recently had. And I really felt the energy of the water and the is it undines? I don't know the name. I think they're called undines, but the nature spirits, or the nymphs, like water nymphs. Like, it was so pure down there. And like you were saying before we pressed record, we were just talking about how you were saying how you get really drawn to water at the moment.
Yes.
Me too. My feet always take me to the water.
I did a little video of myself. I deleted it in the end, but it was just took the video of it was the River Avon on Saturday, and just the sound of constant flow of that river, that water going. It's just like it's like cleansing, this real feeling of purity, and I just feel so. I could have just sat there all day.
Like, you don't need
to. It was just like, it's so lovely. And then swimming at the waterfall close by near the River Clyde. It was just the water was really cold, but something about swimming in fresh water. It just like all of my skin cells just felt like squeaky, really clean, and like
really yummy. Clean. How lovely to be up in Scotland with that. I feel like the energy of the water is so clear out there. I don't know how much I'd want to swim around here.
It's cold.
Not just the cold, but unfortunately pollution as well. Quite a lot, because there's so much farmland. But,
at the waterfalls, it was lovely.
I did get my head under a little waterfall the other day.
Did you?
It was a really hot day, and we were in the forest, and it's a rockery, but there's, if you go up to the top, then I think it's just like white spring water. Always reminds me of Glastonbury and the White Springs in Glastonbury.
Lovely.
And just cooling off in there was so beautiful. And again, just feeling that pristine, I feel such a beautiful pristine energy with the water. I love that, the differences like between the trees and what they hold, and then the energy of the water. It's
definitely, especially like some of the big trees by the river, they're just really strong and steady in there, and then the water's just all around them. Oh, really blessed.
Oh, really, hey.
It feels really wonderful to talk about it as well, Lisa, so I do appreciate it's really nice to have this opportunity. It's not, apart from in certain groups that I go to and with some friends, it's not a topic that I talk about, for a long period of time. It's something that's
I can feel
close
that
to my heart.
I can feel that preciousness, just the preciousness of being able to have these conversations, and that it's safe, and that this information is just so important. It's so simple, it's so simple, but it's like it's accessible to everybody.
Definitely.
Are there any other like trees that want to be spoken about, or
close my eyes. I just feel like a big group hug of branches reaching out all around the cosmos, and then us holding them as well in love and breath and light and gratitude. I think that's a real calling, feeling.
Oh gosh, when you said that, I was like, oh my God, they are our brothers and sisters. Like they're our family as much as the human race. I just really felt that when you shared that.
And I think it's important, just that awareness, isn't it, of just having respect for trees, for nature in general. When I see, without getting on a negative one, but just litter in general that's just thrown. I've collected up bags of rubbish when I've been on my walks, just because I just can't stand seeing it there. It's usually the youngsters that just come and have a bit of a party.
I know, I feel the same. I really, it breaks my heart sometimes when I see it all.
Clean up after you, leave no trace, and just respect to the Mother Earth.
Totally. It's so simple. Simple, but when there's disconnect, then people
not aware.
No, just not aware. So at least we know to pick it up.
Exactly. Like the wombles.
Oh my God, the
wombles.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got brought up with them, didn't we? They went out. They were these little animated creatures. It's a little program for children, and they would go out and clear up the trash or the litter.
That's just made me think, Layla. There's one more thing.
Great.
As part of my online course I've been doing, there was the invitation, which I do sometimes do, just quite naturally when I'm in nature, but just go out in nature and just see if a song comes to you. And I'm not going to sing. But and I've just written down these little words of the power song that says, just so that you can just, sacred tree, I listen to your wisdom. Sacred tree, so here I can be, just be. My heart and my soul are free.
I just want to sit in that for a moment. I feel quite emotional. It takes me, there's that strength of the tree and the stillness and the peace, and you just let everything go, and there's nothing that needs to be done other than just the beingness in that moment and being held by the tree. And it's so beautiful. And they do hug us back. I've had that experience, like you were saying. I've had the experience of seeing these branches and just feeling the embrace as well. There's such beautiful words.
Thank you.
That's a lovely invitation for people to have a go at doing that. Just to go and sit by a tree.
Walk.
Yeah, see where your feet just take you. And like there's something you said earlier, and I know we did this off camera as well, I think, of like you go out for a walk and you would just be intrigued to go up a certain pathway. You know, it's like to go out not knowing where you're going to go sometimes, and just let yourself be guided somewhere. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
And it always takes us in where we need to be.
exactly. Yeah, just allowing that intuitive knowing feeling to be present, to trust it.
Definitely.
To really trust it. Yeah,
trust is such a big one. Definitely,
it really is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
And it's a learning, isn't it? For me, it's many years of just keep trusting and being. But that message, that voice, that intuition that we all have is so it's so personal and unique to us, and it's part of who we are. And I think it's important to just tune in with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's our compass and our guide, isn't it? And we've got it all inside of us. Like everything that we need is in here, and it's connected to all of this beautiful nature and the trees and yeah.
I give you a big Kyber hug.
A Kyber, yeah, a cyber hug.
Kyber hug.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh gosh, I'm so grateful for this conversation.
Oh, me too, Layla.
So lovely.
And it's funny because when I messaged you the other day, I can't remember what I said now, but yeah, I think I said, oh, you know, be lovely to have an interview with you one day, thinking, oh yeah, like way months away. And then you said, oh, I've got some time next week, let's schedule in. And I was like, oh, am I ready for this?
Well done, jumping in.
Great opportunity. So,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah. Oh, it's just
And thank you for holding. Thank you for, as I said in my message, you just have this really beautiful way of making it just openness and just that invitation. It makes it really welcome and relaxed to be able to just share and speak about nature. So yeah, thank you for that. You helped to bring it out of me.
Oh, thanks, love. That's so lovely. That's so lovely. That's such a lovely affirmation as well, because of like I'm about to like launch this course as well, and it starts next week.
Sounds amazing.
It's like, oh, okay, I can do this. This is what I do.
You can do it, definitely.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Sounds amazing.
Oh, does this feel complete for you, or does there feel like anything else you'd like to share?
Just feels really complete and lovely, and just in my heart with it. And yeah, it's been a really nice start to my week.
Yeah, me too.
As soon as it stops raining, Bertie will be calling me at the door in a minute, so it'll be time to go for our afternoon walk.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming and sharing your beautiful connection with the trees and with your spirit guides and with Earth.
Thank you, Layla.
And for sharing your heart. It's really, really beautiful. And do you want to plug anything? Do you want to share like your website or?
My website's, I'm just doing a little update on at the moment. My logo is changing, so it's going to have a tree in it. But it's www.karma.com. And so in my website, it just tells all about what I offer, my therapies, massage, organic facials, my yoga sessions, and it talks about spirit dance and shamanic journeying. Yeah, it gives you a bit more information about me and what I want to share and bring. And I'm really in that place of, I think I felt a bit lost with this going straight away online connection, because I'm not so great with technology. But yeah, just it's made me think, I've got a lot to offer. There's a lot that I'm doing, but just really about coming together and offering more packages. So if someone wanted to come and have a treatment when it's allowed again, or online for a yoga session or a shamanic journey, just to find out what you're needing, and just really be able to make it like a personalised package, just to help you to come to that place of inner calm and peace.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. What a lovely offering. Yeah. Yay. Yay for you.
Yay for you.
Yay. I really feel the elements or energy around, like really playful. Yeah,
Great.
celebrating. Oh.
And it is that laughter, isn't it, Layla? It's laughter. I think, just think about like gnomes, and I hadn't connected so much with elementals, but I think more fairies for me. But yeah, that whole dance and play and music and
yeah, well, it sounds like
so important.
Yeah, what you were saying about like with your drum and like dancing around and stuff. It's like I know they always encourage me to do that. Still a little bit trying to do it sometimes, but yeah, it's so playful, isn't it? Yeah. Laughter and joy and fun. We're allowed, even in hard times, you know, when other people are struggling, or even if we are struggling, you're also allowed to have those moments of fun and play and joy, and it's like, it's so important.
Such a reminder, isn't it? Sometimes I think, oh gosh, I can get so into my emotions because I am a very emotional being. But
Me
gosh,
too.
come on, Tash, stop taking yourself so seriously.
Go and bang your drum and
Yeah.
dance around in a circle.
Dance around, yeah, let it all go. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yay. All right. Thank you so much again.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Layla. And hopefully I might see you in the, who knows, walking somewhere in nature.
There. Yes. Maybe I'll take a trip to Kent once you're back there.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Yeah. All right. And thank you to everybody who's tuned in and who's watched, and you're all so loved so deeply, and send you a
thank you everybody for watching.
And if you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe as well. I don't usually say that, but do it. All right.
Brilliant.
Loads of love.